into the recipe is really easy, I promise you. So we're going to start off with our self-rising flour. In that bowl there, we're going to add in some cream of tartar along with that flour, some unsweetened baking cocoa. You'll also need some granulated sugar, and followed by the sugar, we're going to add a little bit of salt. Once everything is in there, mix it until it's well combined. You can sift it or you can just mix like I am doing. And once you're done doing that, we'll go to our next step. So I'll be using my stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can certainly do this by hand or use a handheld mixer that has dough hooks, or just use a fork to combine everything. I added my dry ingredients into the bowl, and now I'm going to add in butter flavored shortening, followed by some shredded butter. The butter I have was frozen. It's easier to shred that way, and I like to shred the butter because it's easier to combine everything. So I added in buttermilk and vanilla just now. And now I'm going to add in some red food coloring. Once everything's in there, I'm going to turn on my mixer and let it work its magic. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please be sure to do so. And also be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you want the complete measurements for this recipe, it's on my blog, iHeartRecipes.com. You'll be able to print out your free recipe card there. Now my dough has formed, and all I need to do now is flatten it out. So I have a well-floured surface here. I'm just going to roll it out with my roll pin. My roll pin, I did flour that, by the way, so it didn't stick to the dough. And now I'm just going to fold my dough a couple times to add layers. We want a nice layered biscuit, or biscuits I should say. So now I'm going to flatten it out, and now it's time to start cutting out our dough. So I don't have any round cookie cutters. Can you believe that? I'm just going to use the lid or the top to one of my cans, my canning cans, and I'm just going to cut out the biscuits, and I was able to get 10 biscuits out of this. Once everything's nicely formed, I'm just going to place it into my bake dish, and I always use a little imprint or use my finger to make an imprint because when I was taught how to make biscuits, I was told to do so. It's supposed to help them rise nice and tall. I don't believe that is why we do it, but I do it anyway, just to make sure I don't mess anything up, you know what I mean? But anyway, there they are. We're ready to bake these in the oven on 400 Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes. And once they are done, this is what they look like. Now, you can certainly serve it just like that, but I want to add a little glossiness to mine. So I'm going to get some butter, and I'm just going to brush it on top or just rub it on top. And you want to make sure you do that while the biscuits are still nice and hot. I did this right, like as soon as I pulled them out of the oven, you can still see them bubbling at the bottom. So now I'm just going to cut them all open. And now I'm going to add some butter on top, or in the middle because I already added it on top. And then we're going to drizzle on some honey. And that is it. Again, this is going to be perfect for your Christmas dinner, Valentine's, whatever. Whenever you want some red velvet biscuits, this is the recipe to use. It might be the only one.